What if I told you, don't live for God? What would you say? Say, what you talking about, Willis? Don't live for God. That's what we were made to do. Kind of. See, we were at this youth conference a couple years ago, and the theme of the conference was, live big for God. Live big for God. All these kids just chanting it, emotet, emotet. And something didn't sit quite right with me. I said, that could be really misleading. What is it about that that's irking me? But last morning, it kind of hit me. I said, I think some of you need to not live for God until you learn how to live because of God. The word overflow means excess or surplus, to spill over. Some of us have never experienced the validation and the love of God, and then we're trying to love Him, and what ends up happening is we're not loving Him back. We're loving Him for the very validation He's already given us. Romans 5:5 says, the love of God has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit. Right? That's not something we have to conjure up. It's not something we have to get ourselves to do. It's something that He does as we receive from Him. I think that's how God made us, right? He's a Trinity. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, perfect community. He didn't make us because He was lonely and He needed us. He made us because He overflowed from His relationship. So just imagine this with me, right? Imagine if we stopped trying to live for God. We stopped trying to do things for God. We stopped trying to earn God's approval, and instead, we just lived because of God, because He loves us, because we're approved. Now that sounds like living from the overflow.